start script. This is another problem. ESC files aren't shown directly in the Explorer as they're not recognized as Godot resources. See, when you start getting out of the well-beaten path, I suppose, then things don't work as expected. As an alternative copying path, you could right-click the file in the editor. Okay. This is not. I don't think this is a good idea. All right, starting the game now. You're ready to start it up. Click Godot's run icon to do so. All right, let's see if I did things right. Scoria. This is all right. New game. Do we start with the player? And it is very point and clicky. We're gonna be targeting touch screen. Thinking of Scoria's, I'm starting to think of Scoria's a bit of overkill, and they're using their own scripting language, and it's not working. So. Anything errors here? Insertion failed. All right, there we go. There we go. Now it said the speaks animations were optional. So yeah, that's about it. I'm not going to be able to make any progress. I'm completely stumped by the lack of documentation around adding events, if that's a necessity, and the error of speaks being undefined when the documentation said it was not a necessity. Not a necessity. But flat out, the scene just didn't work. The game, it just did not work. Where did I put my start thing? Position. I don't know if this is helpful. They didn't mention that being required. Maybe it did. I just missed it. It's very possible that I'm just not reading very well. So it does give you save game and options and stuff like that. And transitions. That's all stuff that I wouldn't have to build otherwise. It's just the dang tutorial doesn't work. I don't know. I want to learn another scripting language and Godot, or GDScript that is. What I will do though is just get these errors. Copy these errors and open a bug report real quick in the Escoria. They don't have issues open, so I can't file a bug report with the Escoria docs. Shoot. And my pull request is failing. Let me just double check here. So here's my pull request, which is actually superfluous. They don't have issues open here. There's bugs in the dang tutorial. Oh, actually mine is fine. This is fine now. All right, looks like other people were confused with this same thing. So my pull request maybe supersedes this. But there's some other issues with this tutorial that make it confusing. All right, well, let's see if they accept my change. Right. All right. Well, this has been another open source live code hangout. In today's session, we tried the Escoria framework for the Godot engine. Managed to work through the introductory tutorial, setting up a basic Godot project, installing the Escoria add-ons, and creating a character, as well as an initial room for that character to explore. On running the code, the console displays several errors. I'm not sure the source of a lot of these. The input map should possibly be defined by the Escoria plugin, UI plugin. This error was, this speaks animation was mentioned in the documentation as being optional, but it's throwing an error now, so that might need to be updated. Long short of it, I was not able to complete the tutorial successfully. I could. I'm probably overlooking something. I thought I had followed all the steps, so that's a bit of a bummer. Overall, I'm thinking we're probably not going to use the Escoria framework at this stage. Firstly, because it's marked as alpha. I think they're waiting for the 4.0 launch. Secondly, because I can't complete the tutorial, so I can't even get a feel for it. but as far as I did get into the tutorial, the UI loads, this menu loads, and it's just a reminder this is a mouse-oriented plugin. This UI plugin, and we would like a touch-oriented interface, so that might not be a good fit. Escoria would probably do a lot of the heavy lifting for us, such as causing the player to shrink as they walk away from the camera, helping us define walkable areas. But another kind of red flag I would say is that in order to develop Escoria, you use they have their own scripting language, which is sort of simplified and oriented specifically to these interactive adventure games. So I can see the rationale, and in fact, when I've looked at other Godot plugins, for example, for defining dialogues, they have a similar syntax. I just think it's a bit of I'd rather use GDScript to do several of the things that were kind of tedious in the tutorial through UI, as well as maybe using GDScript for, well, just in general for everything, except maybe dialogue, where there is just a more natural way of expressing those dialogues and checking for conditions like having a variable set or not even in the inventory. So yeah, it was basically a dead end so far on the Escoria framework. I might come back to it in another session, give it a shot after Godot 4 releases and the Escoria project releases their beta or stable version 4. Okay. Well, Imperium42, thanks for stopping by the chat. It's good to see familiar faces. Andre Ray, thanks for stopping by and adding a few comments about game development, and I hope you do well and are able to make some time for your own game development journey. This has been another Live Code Hangout, and if you'd like to get involved with this project, we're at the early alpha stage, but we do have some we have a GitHub organization. So you can stop by github.com/openlearningquest. Right now we're split. It's completely ideas and initial experiments. We're doing a lot of paper and pencil work and story writing and drawing and things like that, so that we don't commit ourselves too early in the adventure. We're learning. It's a learning adventure to create an open source learning game. So yeah, if you'd like to get involved, you can stop by our organization. The game is here. You can join the discussion if you've got some ideas. The overall goal is to design an educational adventure game where players relate to in-game characters who have an adventure in the town, small town perhaps, and encounter obstacles that need to be solved or overcome through basic knowledge of maths and physics that you can pick up in the game, such as by going to the in-game library or school. It's very hypothetical right now, and there's a forthcoming game design document that will go into more details. All right. Well, I thank you very much for your time.